In looking at interviewing, at Connecting Cultures, we have a very, very, very lengthy interview process. We go through phone language screening to make sure that they have very, very basic language fluency. We bring them in, and when we bring them in, we do another more in-depth set of tests for their fluency. Then we go into all the soft skills. And the reason why we go into the soft skills is we're looking at how well they're going to function within our organization and with our customers. And so based on the benchmark that we did, these were some of the questions that came up that I thought were very poignant, and I'm hoping, what I found was that they're very directed towards a lot of the codes of ethics that healthcare interpreters follow, but more on an organizational soft skills level. So the first one is describe the most politically sensitive situation in which you ever found yourself. What were the 3 things you did to ensure that you maintained your position in that situation without offending anyone? And I think we've all been in an encounter. You know, we deal with a lot of people, and so how have they handled those situations? How have they handled something that they didn't like that somebody said or that somebody did, and maintained that diplomacy, if you will? Another question might be describe ways you're able to show others you care about them, yet not compromise the needs and requirements of the overall organization. So kind of going back to that impartiality and that professionalism, that came through on the benchmark. Another question, what in your opinion is the most important thing to always remember when you're on a team? What's the worst mistake a person can make on a team? And so kind of going back and helping. What these things do, in my opinion, is that they help the candidate that's looking for the job to really think about the whole scope of the position, and not walk in and say, well, I'm fluent, so I'm going to do really well. What it also does is when you hire a person for the position, it already gives you an idea of where they're coming from and what their mindset is, so that from a managerial perspective, you're able to cater to their strengths and allow them to realize the opportunities for improvement. So it really kind of does 2 things at one time. Real quickly, the other 2 questions that I pulled, and there's a long list of questions, but give me an example of a specific plan you personally had established and then had to totally restructure it. How did you do it? Was it done on time? How many interpreters have their whole day turned upside down because of changing in appointments and different things, and so getting their mindset on that. And then finally, tell me about a time when it was necessary to admit to others that you had made a mistake. How did you handle it? It's important to have that humbleness so that you're reflective on your abilities and things like that. So looking at soft skills and looking at how people can be receptive to the job and operate within the full requirements of the job, I feel is very important, because that's when you find success. We've had people, as we've developed this process over the years, it used to be you're bilingual, fantastic, we'll give you some basic training and then you're on your way. Well, then they might have been great in the field, but they weren't following through with our values, with our desires, with our reputation, and so there was conflict. So this gives you an opportunity to make sure that people are fitting well within your organization. Okay. And so basically what the job benchmark does for vendors and for interpreters is it allows an organization and interpreters to really be defined and to really understand what the role is, and to be able to move on to the next step, which is defining expectations.